Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games, and thanks for dropping back in. Hello, and welcome to our channel. If you're new, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Help us keep growing our channel, please. Anyway, if you're continuing on from where we last left off, the game crashed on me. Fun, right? Well, let's just pick this back up. Shoot. You know what, before we continue down this side, hang on. What is down over here? I mean, that side looks important too. Let's try this way once again. This game has always been held by duct tape and super glue. If at any point you think we're going to be stable, think again. I love how effectively we have like 2 or 3 possible spells we can use against these guys. And down he goes. Alright, now that we have all 5 of these Earthshaker weapons,
I hate destroying these weapons. They're artifacts. We could learn from them.
We have no choice. It's the only way through the barriers.
so you say. In any case, that's just deep mushroom. We don't need that. Let's keep going down this way. It is very steep. But along the way, there's another gear here.
Is mentioned anywhere in the memories. If I had been prepared, Ren might still be alive.
It's easy to blame ourselves when we lose a friend, Valta. It's not your fault.
I was so focused on the Titan. I didn't consider what else could be down here.
Oh, there's plenty there's plenty to be found down here. No, wait. I don't think we can progress. No, never mind. We can plant this over here. Kaboom! Oh no, you don't. You can't run from us. These enemies are starting to grind on me. And hey, we have another Earthshaker weapon. Don't mind any of those. Oh wait, there's a gear up here. How do we get to it? I mean, that's one way. But not the way that we need. Surely there's some way that we can get to this. Let's head back up. Maybe there might be a missing path. Down you go. The only way we can interrupt these guys is by going invisible and trying to get as close to them as we can. It'll flip them on their heads, and then they won't be able to do anything for a few short seconds. Come on, buddy. All right. That didn't really lead anywhere. But there is a cave. And there's another entry. Our bodies screamed for rest, but Othon pushed forward. Now that he'd seen the enemy, our commander wanted to use the skilled one's tactics against them. Go on the offensive. He left guards with the wounded and led the rest of the company to scout ahead for where the skilled ones were hiding. After marching in darkness for days, we finally saw an amber light flickering in the distance. Othon signaled everyone to hold and waved me forward with him. We proceeded slowly, wary of possible guards. Othon nodded toward an overlook. I climbed with bated breath, terrified that the skilled ones would hear the echo of my boots scraping against the stone. I felt little relief when we reached the top. As he should. This path should lead to that other gear that we saw earlier.
Bodies are still warm. Whoever's doing this can't be far.
Strange. Something was living here.
Another shrine.
Something was definitely living here. Oh no.
You're behind the rituals.
Well, we have no choice. We gotta get rid of them. Ooh, nice. Almost 20,000. I still haven't reached that coveted 20,000 mark. But he's down. Vestments of the Pure and Krital Vitar. This thing I think is one of the best armor pieces you can get in the game. Same thing goes for this Cowl of the Pure. A sacrificial cup. Those stains don't look like moss wine. Ugh. It probably isn't even wine to begin with. The heck was this? Anyway, pay no mind. Let's continue exploring. There's that pesky cog. Okay, Cullen's ready. Well, we have to make it down to this camp. We're not returning just yet. It's not much further. I think we could actually finish this DLC tonight. That'll be good because then we can start on DLC number 3 tomorrow. And DLC number 3 is a ton of dialogue. I think for the first couple of hours when we start DLC number 3, the only thing we'll be doing is just watching the story events. And it's going to be basically like a movie. If you were hoping for more exposition, that's well and good. If you aren't, well, I don't know what to say. You're probably watching this series for the wrong reasons. Though I guess if you really want to see the combat, there's nothing wrong with that either. This game isn't all about the combat. But if you like it, and you enjoy watching it, more power to you. Oh, and there's another cog. We're down only 3 more. But this is really weird, right? There's an underground sea here. The water shimmers, a subtle but eerie blue, reminiscent of lyrium. Swimming in it would not be wise. Gee, I wonder why. And there goes another location that we can expand upon. More on that in a bit. If we keep pushing down over here, oh no. Enemies everywhere. But don't worry about them. We have more than enough to destroy this entire wall. And I just need one more. Ah, crap. Never mind. Looks like we need to kill something. Why are you guys hiding back here? Oh, and hey, another gear piece over here. It would be really bad if you were to fall now. Which is still possible, since we're fighting right along the edge. My friends, why don't you guys go fight where the ground is not so precarious? Kind of like that. Come on, we gotta find that last Earthshaker weapon. This is not looking good for us. But I think we can make it. There's the last one. While they fight, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this off. There we go. Now we can get to the camp. Just a little bit more. Ah, crap, there goes our other characters. Not to worry. That's the last of them. Further up, we should be able to find that other, whatchamacallit, that camp. Oh no. I figured something like this would happen. Well, let me leave that alone for now. Let's open this up.
The attacks are getting worse.
We must be getting close to whatever they're protecting.
Only the pure may pass. All others will be punished. Assuming the Shabratal are the pure,
We're the others who aren't allowed to pass.
could the earthquakes be the punishment?
You found Paragon Garal's book near a damaged lyrium mine.
And the new earthquakes destroyed your mine.
But why would they want to destroy the lyrium mines?
I wonder what makes the warriors pure.
You spent long enough this far down, reason might not be your strong suit.
They do wear sealed armor to protect themselves from impurities?
If the tremors are deliberate, it
could be disastrous for Orzamar's lyrium mines.
The Shabra were dwarves once. Something turned them against us. This reads like a final warning. We must be nearing the source.
Alright, there's our camp. But we're not going to go back just yet. I need to head back up and complete those other expeditions. Also, Cullen should be done by now. Inquisition hunters have returned with a number of quality Kretel hides ready for sale. The Inquisition has identified a location where a construction team could clear a collapsed tunnel to grant access to an unexplored cave in the Bastion of the Pure. Funny about this, we already cleared it out without needing to open up the doorway. Oh well. Let's go ahead and use that and open up the way. The construction team has finished clearing a tunnel that will allow Inquisition forces to explore an uncharted cave in the Bastion of the Pure. Cool. We already did that. What's this over here? Patrolling the Bastion of the Pure. Scouts report an increase in Shabra activity in the region. If allowed to continue unchecked, they could present a threat to the Inquisition's interests. Armed patrols could be sent out to keep them from taking over the area completely. Alright then, Cullen. You can handle that. And the Buried Sea Bridge. The Inquisition has identified a location near the Buried Sea in the Bastion of the Pure that is ripe for exploration. A construction team could build a bridge that grants access to a rocky spire standing out in the water. It'll be dangerous working so close to the treacherous waves of the Buried Sea, but our best engineers are up to the task. The construction team has built a bridge that grants access to a rocky spire standing out in the Buried Sea on the bottom level of the Bastion of the Pure. Nicely done. Also, while we're waiting, let me go ahead and speed up the process. Cullen, you simply just take too long. And here we go. The Inquisition's patrols have returned after meeting the enemy. There are losses on both sides, but ultimately the Shabra presence in the area has been reduced. Furthermore, some artifacts were recovered. Awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. These are repeatable operations. Unlike these over here. I mean, cool if you still want to keep doing those. But I'm going to go ahead and reset my time. We'll go explore that one last bridge. And then we'll tackle the final boss and clear out DLC number 2. I mean, that didn't take very long, did it? Come on, PS5, why are you not setting the time? I'm trying to use this. Oh, there we go. I was trying to use a in-game system to correct the time, but it just wouldn't load. Let's go check out that bridge before we end things. Not over there. Oh, wait. I need to sell off a few things too. Why did I forget? Blues can go. Same thing with grays. There are a surprisingly large amount of repeatable weapons here. Gotta get rid of those, and also accessories. Those can all go. We don't need any of that. And now let's return to the bridge. Can't forget about this. I think once you've cleared out most of the enemies, all that's left down here are the cradles. Whatever those beasts were. Not the Shabbatal, though. Those are gone pretty much permanently. So we've kind of seen it all down here, haven't we? Mysterious dwarves. A sea in the bottom of the world. What else is there? A cup of cobalt. A blue substance is caked on the bottom. Cullen might know what it is. Is it lyrium? The Kingfisher Staff. I don't remember what that thing is for. Grab the armor. Is that all? I could have sworn there was still something down here. I never did find this last chronicle. Perhaps we should check on that one cave that we tried to enter, but instead looped around and bypassed. Maybe that might have raised a flag on a number of things that we can collect. It's probably just wishful thinking. There's probably nothing there anymore. And if we can't find it, it's probably going to bug me, but oh well. Things happen. Let's go this way. I think the cave is far easier to enter from this side. Yeah, we're on the right road. It's gotten pretty quiet down here now. There are no more enemies, no more nothing. Just us here and our thoughts. Yeah, this was the way inside, right? That was new. There we go. Oh no. The Titan's nail. There's an oddly organic quality to the stone cup, as if it were grown and shed rather than carved. The Scaled Ones had set up camp at an intersection in the deep roads. In the center was a golden altar fashioned in the shape of fire. A chill swept through me. On the tip of each flame hung the corpses of those we'd lost, including Father and Drogue. They'd been drained of blood, leaving only bone wrapped in thin gray scale or skin. A robed Scaled One stood before the altar. Its voice was different from the others. Softer, almost feminine. It chanted and raised a basin of blood towards the altar. The other Scaled Ones bowed low. The robed Scaled One produced fire from its palm and mouth and ignited the blood. Othon grabbed my forearm and motioned for us to climb down. We returned to the rest of the company, where he relayed what we had witnessed. We would rest for an hour, regain our strength, and strike. The memory of Father's sagging, emptied face kept me awake. The hour passed slowly, but it did pass. Othon led us down the path to the overlook. I readied my axe for blood and steeled myself for the sight of the altar. But it wasn't there. The camp, Father, Drogue, and the Scaled Ones, all gone. Only the basin remained, charred around the edges. Poor guy. That's really creepy. I wonder if they were referring to the Darkspawn. It must have been it, right? Well, we're done here. I mean, we do have those collectible mugs, but I think we can always come back for those later if we want to find them. Either way, I think we're done down here. Let's go do the boss battle and call it a night. The collectible mugs can always be done at a different time. But hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Did the Shabratal build all this?
Or was it here before them?
Neat. There's a hidden city under the ground. Well, no time to marvel and gaze upon it. We gotta head down. And perhaps we can also claim this area. For moi. That's all the landmarks.
Nothing should surprise me anymore. But this... Wait, the rhythm we followed. We've found the source. But not the Titan.
Ever since we came down here, the deep roads have felt different. Organic. We've been looking for the Titan the wrong way. It isn't like us.
It's huge, big enough to change the world around it.
We can't see the Titan because we're inside it.
If I don't survive, Orzammar must know the truth.
I didn't defeat Corypheus to die here.
Funny. I wonder what our Inquisitor says if we didn't defeat Corypheus yet. Though it's kind of generally accepted that you won't be traveling here until after the main story content. But if you are, do let me know how that turns out. And there we are. Can't forget about our sweet, sweet loot. Gotta grab it all. Don't let all that gold go to waste. Now we gotta continue farting our way down.
Could there be a whole civilization in here?
A city within a Titan? Incredible.
And the quakes haven't damaged it.
You know what this reminds me of? Uncharted 2. If you know, you know. Speaking of which, maybe I should play that on stream. I still have not completed Uncharted 1 for the stream yet. Mostly because that game started giving me migraines. I don't know what is it about Uncharted 1, but that one tends to give me migraines. And in general, the Uncharted series tends to do that. I think it's to do with the motion blur. I play a lot of action games, but very few of them give me migraines like that. And I know it's not the first time, too. Back when I used to play the PS3 version, the same thing happened. It's definitely the motion blur and whatever implementation they use. Because my eyes cannot focus very well when I'm playing. We're getting closer. Just 2 more bridges to cross. Oh no, you don't. This section can be really tough. They have a weird way of fighting. Yeah, something about the projectiles just screws up with your... It screws over your barrier and your other stuff as well. But we're fine. We can get through this. As long as we didn't lose too many potions. That's cool. We can make up for the loss in potions by just killing more and more enemies, and that'll heal us up. Just gotta remember to throw up our barrier before we rush forward. Getting closer. Alright, barrier goes up, and then we're gonna throw down this rift to slow them down.
I don't want to hurt you.
Those archers are nasty. Do whatever it takes. Take out the archers if you can. Keep using lightning cage for additional damage. Oh no, you don't. Also, the loot can wait. Killing these guys can't. We're almost done. There's just one more push, and we'll be at the heart soon. You know, maybe that's something I should have put on Dorian. Something to help him build up guard. Normally that would have been Cassandra and, well, Blackwall to another extent. They will be using their abilities to ensure that everyone's building up guard. Alright, there we go. Let's make a quick save here in case we fail. Pick up the supplies, and now we can go fight the boss.
Look, these are the only memories in this area. That phrase is the path of purity. And there's a reference to Titan's blood. It says the Shabratal come here to drink it.
The Titan's blood must keep the Shabratal alive and powerful.
But where is it? Unless... Lyrium. The Titan's blood is lyrium.
Every nation on the surface buys lyrium. Orzamar's entire economy is based on the trade.
This is bigger than any one nation.
We have to stop this!
Oh, you heard her. We gotta stop it. And the only way to do so is by going over here. So much for getting help from Valta. But hey, we haven't seen a Titan in a Dragon Age game for a long time now. Try to focus on the cores over here. And then also... where is Dorian? Dang it, Dorian. You're not helping. We gotta get rid of this thing. But also, at the same time, we gotta keep everyone alive. You'll likely want to try your best and time out these barriers. If you don't time them out correctly, you will probably end up in a situation where everyone's going to die. Come on, friends. Keep it up. And there it goes.
hurt?
Too loud. The song. Stop! It's all right.
It looked like you were hit by raw lyrium during the battle.
Yes, it should have poisoned me, but I feel fine. Good, even.
You said the song was too loud. It was hurting you.
It was chaos. The rhythm I followed here, but magnified, overwhelming. But it is gone.
You almost killed me. What happens the next time you lash out?
I am in control. I would never harm you, Inquisitor.
You cast some kind of spell. That shouldn't be possible.
It wasn't a spell. It was an accident. Everything will be fine.
We should get help. You may be injured or...
I feel better than I ever have. Stronger, more alive. The stone is silent. The rhythm has faded. And so have the tremors. But the song still echoes. It tells me things. The breach, that's what disturbed the Titan. It is calm now that it has a connection with one of its children. With me.
Was that the Titan? Did we kill it?
The Titan lives. This was an echo. A guardian. But you silenced it.
Is this what happened at the tide where you found Paragon Garal's book?
Aye, but I do not know what disturbed the Titan then. The song may tell me. In time.
You said you are a child of the stone, not a child of the Titans.
I am not certain what I am. But the Titan recognized me. Like a parent hearing its child's voice.
You were able to calm the Titan, but what happens next time?
Titans do not stir easily. It has been 1,000 years. Isana. It's our word for lyrium, and we are taught that it is a gift from the stone. But there's so much more to it than we ever imagined. I was sent to the deep roads to recover lost history. This is only the beginning. I am staying here.
The Shabertal killed Lieutenant Wren, and they're still down here. Aren't you afraid?
No. I am pure. I can defend myself.
The Titan is only the beginning? What else could there be?
The deep roads are filled with wonders. Answers to questions we haven't thought to ask.
If you stay here, where will you live? What will you eat?
I have my stone sense, and now so much more. I'll be safe.
You think you understand what's happened to you, but you could be wrong. The lyrium could be turning you into a Shabertal, or worse.
The Shabertal turned themselves into monsters. I have changed because the Titan willed it. The mine's collapse, Wren's death. It all happened to bring me here.
After all we have seen, you wish to be alone to commune with this creature?
If she wants to stay, that's her business. I'd like to see the sun again.
Nothing good ever happens in the deep roads. This won't be any different.
I am called to the Search, Inquisitor. This is where I belong.
I'm leaving with more questions than answers. But that doesn't mean you have to. Just be careful. The Shapered and Orzammar will want to know what happened to you.
Tell them the truth. You don't know.
Let's go.
She always comes back. Pay up, Soroka.
And that's it for DLC number 2. Bit of a strange ending, right? After all that time down there, and all of the time that we got to know Valta, she just ups and leaves with no regret. But hang on here. The story isn't quite done. Why is that? Well, look over here. A cry in the dark. Inquisition scouts supporting Legion of the Dead forces at the ruins of Hydron Tig report no contact with or sightings of Shaper Valta. However, a strange cry recently emanated from the Titan caverns, loud enough to be heard at the mining lift's campsite above. The cry's source remains unclear, but the voice was described as not belonging to either beast or darkspawn. Shaper Valta may be attempting to re-establish contact with her people and may require assistance. Now, who do we send? The situation may be best handled by Orzammar itself. Let us ask the king to send forces from the Legion of the Dead to search for Shaper Valta. Or, given the inherent dangers getting in and out of that location, a small reconnaissance team is best suited to search for Shaper Valta without attracting unwanted attention. Cullen, on the other hand, is more level-headed. This seems like a fool's errand, but perhaps a joint team from the Inquisition and the Legion of the Dead can determine the source of this cry with minimal risk. Let's go with Leliana. What happened to Valta? A search of the Titan caverns all the way to Shaper Valta's last known location turned up nothing but a few small groups of Shah Brital, who were quickly dispatched. Valta seems to have disappeared deeper inside the Titan, but she was not the only one who has vanished. The gravesite of Lieutenant Wren was recently disturbed, and his remains are missing. It is not known who took his body or why. There have been no more cries from the Titan caverns. Inquisition scouts reported one final discovery. The tunnel to the wellspring no longer exists. Attempts to delve into the blank rock face result only in broken tools and little trace on the stone itself. Somewhat nervously, but emphatically, the engineers recommend leaving it be. So what the heck happened? Valta is missing, and so is the body of Lieutenant Wren. And remember that opening in the caves down here? that is now blocked by solid rock. Creepy, right? Well, whatever happened, it's still a mystery. The writers have not explained at all what happened to Valta or Ren. And as for the revelations of what went down on that last, 10, 15 minutes, that I wonder what's going to happen. Because there's got to be some greater consequences or meaning to all of that, right? Who knows? Well, anyway. I'm a little confused myself, even after all these years, because it seems like the ending was a little rushed. But all that time we spent down there, the Titan was basically the formation of the rock. Maybe Dagna might know.
The Temple of Mythal sounds like the most interesting place. I hope you brought back samples of, well, anything.
I'll see you later, Dagna.
I can't wait.
Never mind, she has no opinion. Maybe we might see some more info in the sequel. Or just, a month and a week out until the release of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Well, cross your fingers. This thing was new, but it's not very useful. Let me throw all this down inside. And I'm not going to go into the third DLC just yet. We're just going to clean up tonight, and then we will start it up probably tomorrow. If we have time. I do have work on Wednesday, so we might have probably not as much time to stream tomorrow night, or Tuesday night, I mean. But how do I feel about DLC number 2? I think the implications of the new lore is intriguing. I hope it pays off. Right now, though, it seems kind of iffy. I mean, there could obviously be some greater meaning to revealing that the Titans are the source of lyrium. And whatever happened to the Shabrital. In terms of design, though, I don't really like it all that much. Like the very last segment, that one wellspring area, it's too reminiscent of Uncharted 2. From the design of the Shabrital all the way down to like the wellspring area. If you've played Uncharted 2, you know what I'm talking about. Perhaps I'll show you guys sometime in the future. But yeah, that is going to be all for this segment. Let me just go ahead and claim this perk, and we will end this tonight. I mean, there isn't much anymore here that we can pick up. Aside from this, if you want the best loot in the game, pick up the short list. Outside of that, I wouldn't bother with any of these, nor these. So I'll just take this. The Frostback Basin has been conquered, and the deep roads have been charted. All that's left for us to do is to start up DLC number 3, Trespasser. If you're planning on going down the final DLC, maybe make a backup save. You'll want to do that because once you start the Trespasser DLC, you are locked out of the main game completely. You cannot return to any of your, unfinished quests or what have you, because you're locked off into this separate portion of the game. And there's also a time skip, so technically, you're in a future part of the timeline. You cannot explore any of these places anymore. So if you still want to pick up more resources, maybe go down into the deep roads. If you still want to tackle any of the other locations, if you haven't finished the Forbidden Oasis, maybe get all the shards from around the map locations. But yeah, once you start up Trespasser, this entire map will fade into memory. You will never see any of these locations again. And if you don't have a backup save, well, good luck. You'll probably have to start a new save then. But just to be sure, I'm going to continue creating some extra saves. And that's going to be all for tonight. If you're currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think of our playthrough so far. Share the video, subscribe, and if you want to see any of DLC number 1, or the beginning portion or middle of DLC part 2, hit up our playlist. Or if you've missed out on any of the main story, check all of that out. We have plenty of videos available for you guys to see. Or if you want to see more content from us, check out our channel. If you are on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information, or hit up our hashtag LunarlightVault. You can find all the information underneath one umbrella by going over to our hashtag. And if you'd like to help sponsor our channel, or if you'd like to sponsor our giveaways, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The link will always be posted down below later. Or you guys can purchase a super chat or a super thanks, or purchase a channel membership for ongoing support. But if not, no worries. Please continue to watch our videos, our content, and subscribe. Follow us over at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and also hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to see updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. That's going to be all for this session. I hope you guys are excited. We are almost done with this game. There's just a little bit more to the road ahead of us. And then we'll finally clear the way for Dragon Age of Veilguard. For now, take care, have a great night, and we'll see you guys again soon.